part. Hey guys, I was just saying, wow, how fortunate are we to be able to have a champion baseball player from the Dominican Republic that played for the Blue Jays. And I'm from Toronto, by the way, guys, so big. Mom, shouts out, Heather, I love you, baby. Now I'm going to introduce you to my guest, Hugh Baver. Oh my gosh.
Hello, hola.
Wow, what?
How are you?
I am so good. How are you doing?
Excellent.
We have
Happy to be here.
We have had thank you. We've had such good conversation about baseball. What are you even doing here in the first place?
Oh, God, that's such a big question. I'll see how much time do we have. But here tonight, of course, because we had the fortune of meeting and a chance meeting.
Yes.
And then the last couple of evenings had a chance to have a little background conversation about who I am and what I do here. Right. And specifically the fact that there was this kind of triangulation with you in Toronto.
Yeah.
And then, of course, at the pitch baseball batting cage here, something that's been named after Tony Fernandez. So
tell us, how did you even get into because guys, first of all, just give you a little bit of history here. Felipe, who does our cryptocurrency every so often here, I saw you on his Facebook and I was like, who's this guy doing baseball? Because I love baseball and I always played it when I was a child. And so I was like, who's this guy? And so Felipe told me and I was like, wow. And then I got in contact with you and then we met up to do our pre-interview. And you told me about Tony Fernandez. Fernandes, sorry. We knew we were going to...
Fernandes, Tony Fernandez.
Tell us how you met him. Fernandes. How did you meet him?
Absolutely. So it was a total chance meeting, very similar to how we met in the sense that I had a relationship with a gentleman who's a very famous pastor, or well-noted pastor out of Santo Domingo, and he happened to know him, and he knew how much I love baseball, and that I was a former player. So he said, guess what? We're going to have the chance to go over and have dinner with him. This was in late December.
Right here?
This is actually the sign that's currently on the pitch in Sosua on the outside of the fence, where the batting cage is, which is named after him.
What is the pitch and why cabeza? Cabeza means head, right?
Yeah. So the pitch is a public batting cage, the only one that's on the North Coast. And we dedicate free swings for kids aged 5 to 10 years old so they can refine their skills as well as teach them and help them mentor them into the plan B, basically after baseball, because everyone has huge dreams to play like I did. Then also teaching English as a second language and used baseball equipment distribution. So I get inventories of baseball equipment that comes to me from the United States, which I then pass out to the kids, and it's a real magic moment when you have this opportunity to give these kids a glove or a bat or a ball that they've never had. And so that's kind of the overall purpose of the pitch.
Okay. And so you met Tony Fernandez before he passed on, and then you actually said a prayer at his funeral.
Exactly. So this was a thrill of a lifetime for me, really. He, again, went to this dinner where I had the chance to sit with him, and I was very starstruck because I played professional on a very low level compared to this guy who I collected his cards. By the way, I have some baseball cards here with me of some of these players. And he was so friendly and warm, and here I was all starstruck to meet him. And he was just so down to earth, and I brought with me a cap from the pitch, which is the program, and he gladly took it, and there should be some photos of this, maybe not.
We'll
he wore the cap, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I got a picture with Tony Fernandez, but then it was only shortly thereafter, not very long, 2 months after that I met him, where all of a sudden he passed. He had, in Florida.
What did he pass of?
I think it's some kind of renal failure or something that had to do with his systems. I want to make sure I accurately portray this. But it was just an unfortunate tragedy that just occurred out of the blue. Blue Jays, I don't know why I thought that. So then after that, he had committed to, and his family and his wife, specifically Clara, had committed to wanting to work with me in the larger scale project that I'm doing, which is Sosua 75. And he basically, his wife called me and said when he was very captivated by you and captivated by what your input was. And by the way, he asked if you would, say this Hebrew prayer, which is the final prayer over a body when it dies, at his funeral. So it was the biggest honor I could ever have. They call it a mitzvah in Jewish. It's a good deed. And went to my wife and I at the time went to the San Pedro de Macorís, which is known as the cradle of shortstops, and the best ball players in the world come from there.
The cradle of shortstops.
The cradle of shortstops,
like that.
because so many of the players that came from are very famous shortstops. They produced a great deal of shortstops. So went and basically, as the pictures indicated there, said the prayer over his body, and it was one of the greatest honors that I've ever had.
I would think so, because this Tony Fernández was huge during our Toronto. We won 3 titles, three.
The Blue Jays had a lot of very good years, and
We had,
he was a part of all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
3 in a row, and that's usually unheard of. But there was also George Bell that you met as well.
I met George Bell, I met Jesse Barfield, I met Alfredo Griffin, I met many of these great players, again, that I was collected cards from. So I was completely starstruck, and to be able to be incorporated into this ceremony, again, was just a dream of a lifetime.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, you collect cards and you give them to who?
Yes, so I actually brought them with me here today to show you. So I have someone from the United States. Here's Tony Fernandez card, which is the very first card, of course.
Oh, look at this, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me go like that. There we go. Guys, Tony Fernandez, he's so young here.
Well,
I remember Tony Fernandez he was young when he passed away. Rest in peace. Dios te bendiga. His family and his everything. His career was amazing in Toronto. I love how this has come like tenfold here.
Yeah, and here we are. So this program, which I established as an ancillary program to the pitch batting cage, is called Baseball Cards for Sosua. And what it is I get these cards of all Dominican Major League Baseball players, and I pass them out to the kids along with the equipment. And my idea, and I told you this independently, was my mother always used to say, well, geez, if you could only remember your mathematic homework like you could the baseball players' numbers and averages, And so I said, And so this has been a real hit, because they can, enjoy understanding the player's career and their numbers and understand math better.
Right. So tell the people, look right there in that camera, and tell people what you do here for everyone. And because you deal with women that are doing baseball, and look right in that camera and tell people.
So the hope is that we can give as much free time for the cage for people who want opportunity to practice and play. So the pitch is open from Monday through Saturday from 2 until 8 p.m. And basically, again, anyone 5 to 10 years old can play for free if you want to have a group in. But I thought, wouldn't it be nice to establish a time for a dedicated night for just women to come? And so women's softball players, and that was completely enthralling. I won't go beyond that, other than to say it was extremely gratifying that they are equally as capable and equally as strong, and I was really amazed by the quality of play of the women here.
Right.
So that's part of this whole program, is develop your skills, have a chance to get away, stay away from negative influences for the kids, where they can have a place of refuge to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you introduced me to one of the young ladies that plays softball, and she's going to be my guest on April 30th.
Wonderful.
And remember, guys, ladies, this is right here in Sosua, across from Casa Marina.
Absolutely.
Casa Marina, and you can go there and you can join in if you're a woman, if you're a child. What's this?
This is a presentation for you as a gift. It's also a shameless promo for the.
I love it.
Here's Step Up for the Pitch, which basically means you get the pun, Step Up for the Pitch, and then of course this is the logo that's on the actual facility.
I love
So this is a gift to you.
This is a gift to me, and it also says Sosua en la casa. Look at that, guys. Look, we have it. Oh, I love this. Step up for the pitch. Guys, I love this. This is great. Then the pitch. Now, people can go and they can find you at the field. What days of the week?
They can find me at the field. I have an operations manager who pretty much does the day-to-day, and of course I'm nearby, so I walk over there, or if special occasions come about. We recently had 30 women come from Sosua, Puerto Plata, and Cabarete, and all played together. It was an incredible night.
Now, were these just Dominican women, or women from?
No, these are just Dominican women's softball teams.
Is any woman, like foreigners, allowed to even go, or?
Well, I'm totally open. Like I said, I'm open. The gates are literally open. I'm looking for more suggestions. I'm looking for ways to expand it, because we've always had an issue with funding. That's really been the problem, is that everyone says, oh, it's a great place, how wonderful, until it comes time to, okay, well, how about pay for some of the balls? And then all of a sudden everyone goes crickets.
Yeah,
so, I mean, this is also an appeal for folks to realize this is a valuable community resource.
That's
and that
perfect.
it needs to be supported and continued. The 2019 team that won the Dominican Championship, Little League Championship, came from this field over here, in addition to other people being signed professionally.
I think that's amazing. Guys, listen, if you want to get involved, if you are a woman or if you have a child and you want to get involved in baseball, it is so important to come and support the local talent. Here we go, the pitch, Sosua. And if you want to get involved, step up for the pitch. Come and get involved. Casa Marina, a grid across from it. Bring your bats, bring your balls. And if you're watching this from a hotel room, or if you're watching this from Facebook and you are planning a trip here to the Dominican Republic, please contact Hugh Baver. His name is HUGH space BAVER on Facebook. Check him out and make sure you connect with him. See what you can bring in order to get involved.
And or the Pitch Facebook website, which is Máquina de Batear. The Pitch Máquina de Batear, which means batting machine. So we have our own independent website as well that you can look at to see the progress that we've made with keeping it going, the kids and the events that come through.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for this wonderful
thank
gift.
you.
I love it, guys. Look at this.
Mi placer.
All right, let's step up for the pitch. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Join us next week when we are going to talk to a surfer right here that hails from Italy, but she is going to come and talk to us about surfing in Cabarete. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you go to the Costa Norte Facebook page, follow Costa Norte, and join us every week, Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm Cerise, your host for Living Good. I'm Cerise. Welcome to your Minute Mindset. Sometimes people in life are going to test you, and so will some circumstances. But remember that everything is a test, and when the test is done, you will be stronger. Now you can take the opportunity to advertise with Costa Norte, whether it's your product or service, whether you're living here or abroad. Please contact me directly so I can put you in touch with the right people, and you can make more sales and more business. Thank you so much for watching Living Good. I'm your host, Cerise. Take care of yourself. See you next week.